condition, thank heavens, in hospital. There is attacked by a gang of as many as 20 teenagers outside a gay bar in the centre of Liverpool. 22-year-old James Parks was off duty when he was set upon on Sunday night. Police are treating the assault as a homophobic attack, and 6 boys have been arrested. We asked the people of Manchester's gay village how safe they feel from the risk of being targeted just because of their sexuality.
I'm Ryan Feary from Wigan.
And I'm Matthew Green from Manchester. I always feel pretty safe because, I don't know, it's just a lot friendlier than most of the other places around Manchester.
Yeah.
Less aggro. There's still fights and everything, but they don't seem to be as bad.
My name's Kevin. I've been living in Manchester now for 2 years. There is increasingly a lot of homophobic abuses and verbal. It's changed an awful lot in the last 2 years since I've been here. Now it's just silly people, just people with no common sense at all.
No common sense at all. Well, it's worse than that, isn't it? But how bad is it? The number of homophobic incidents recorded by police across the northwest of England has almost doubled in the last 5 years, according to research by the MP for Stockport, Andrew Stunnell. Those statistics are supported by Dan Abbott from the Gangs of Canal Street organisation, which called us this morning after hearing about the latest attack in Liverpool. Dan, good morning. What exactly does your organisation do, really? The Gangs of Canal Street. Sounds like you're going around beating people up anyway.
It is rather a strange name. It's something that some friends of mine set up about 2 months ago in the light of quite a number of homophobic attacks going on down in the gay village area of Manchester. It's got just over 1,000 people supporting it so far. It's on the Facebook social site.
Yeah.
And it tackled the sort of like trying to stop hate crime and to get people talking about it, start protecting themselves. We
talked about this research that Andrew Stunnell, the MP, has done, saying that homophobic attacks have increased. But statistics are always tricky, aren't they? Is it an increase, or is it the police are getting better at recording them as such crimes?
I think it's a combination of both. I mean, I've got to give kudos to Greater Manchester Police. They've really upped the ante on getting people to report all sorts of hate crime, not just homophobic crime. They've got them in the libraries and all sorts of places now across Manchester. But there has been an increase. I mean, I myself have seen quite a number of different episodes. It's not so long ago that 2 lads were put away for throwing oranges at people on Canal Street. So I think there has been an increase.
And how do you deal with that? Because you don't get a choice about being gay, you don't get a choice about being black or any of the other people that are picked on. How do you deal then with that kind of stigmatisation, being picked on? Yeah, stigmatisation is what I was after. But how do you deal with that every day?
Yeah, you combat it. I mean, any time I've ever come across it, I can't stand prejudice full stop. And any time I come across it, I try and stamp it out and either reason with the person. Or if I can't reason with them, just put them down to being somewhat thick.
Well, quite, yeah, but 20 kids outside a nightclub, there's no reasoning going on there. I
mean, my thoughts do go out to James and his family. That's a horrific attack. The second one in Liverpool, actually, in the last 12 months.
Indeed. I mean, you complimented Greater Manchester Police. Are the police generally doing enough about this?
I don't think anybody can ever do enough. I mean, it takes everybody to try and stamp this sort of thing out. We have to stop these kids being able to run free, doing exactly what they've done this weekend. The police have been brilliant, though. They've really got a cracking neighbourhood team in the city centre that are pushing it forward. So
I was talking to a lad from Liverpool earlier, and he said education is the answer. Start it young.
Yes, it's about teaching, not necessarily teaching that one thing is right above the other. It's about teaching that everybody is equal, everybody has their own differences, and embrace those differences. Let's not sort of like throw people for being gay, black, for being disabled, anything like that.
I think it was Christ himself, wasn't it, that said turn the other cheek? But a number of faiths have forgotten that. Good to talk to you, Dan. Thank you. Dan Abbott from the Gangs of Canal Street organisation. They're on Facebook, and no, they're not gangs. It's a cracking name. I don't know where they got that from. 8:10. Good morning.
Through the morning with Heather Stocks. A failing restaurant has